Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, blessed love, wherever you're checking in from to BBK Sports. Love this Sunday. Hope everyone is well. I was literally just about to ask the football family, what do we know about the Gabrielle injury? Is it still got to get scans? We're evaluating, we're seeing, and just bam. Soon as I sign in, I didn't even have my soundboard ready. I take a glimpse at the news, and what do I see? Jesus, Mr. Unprepared today. I take a glimpse at the soundboard, people, and I see breaking news. I see breaking news. Grade 1 groin strain, 6 to 8 weeks. Gabrielle Magalesh. 6 to 8 weeks. Our best defender, our target man, our set piece maestro, or well, Declan is the set piece maestro. Declan's the yin, he is the yang to our set pieces. Out 6 to 8 weeks. Concerned? Yes, fully. You all heard me say yesterday from 0 to 10. 10, panic. But still, it's the season of no excuses. We must use that caveat. We must remember it's the season of no excuses. And you pull your groin in what I see Hendo saying, Mandem were exchanging shirts at halftime. What game was that? Big up to Miss Melina. Big up to Wahaha. Big up to Anfield the Red. Big up to Hendo Guna Alvin Bluebird. What game is man out here exchanging shirts at halftime? Where they do that at? Is that the England or the France game? Let me see what's on right now. Damn, Azerbaijan getting piped by the boys in blue, the French boys. Ireland did the damn thing. I know you all saw Shane Gooner just do a madness in his watch along. Great stream by Shane. That's football, raw emotion. Most of those guys that play for Ireland don't even play in the top levels, eh? And they're able to go to the playoff. Now they might not make it, but then they give themselves a chance, innit? And then I see 9-1 to Portugal. 9-1. Oh, Jesus. Imagine that. All of a sudden, Ronaldo doesn't play. All of a sudden, they can play free football. The defense don't know where the ball is going because they don't have to force it to them. Everyone gets a touch. The ball is moving. And all of a sudden, they scored 9 fucking goals. And you think he is somewhere happy that his teammates scored 9 goals without him? No, he is pissed. He is angry that he wasn't on the pitch to score any of those 9 goals because it has to be all about him, isn't it? But quite a bit to get into, people. Have we calmed down yet? That's how I was going to start the stream. Have we calmed down, or are we overreacting to what we may or may not know to be a long-term injury? But now we're hearing 6 to 8 weeks for Gabrielle. That's long. That is actually very, very concerning, Big up. Chilly London. Oh, winter is coming, brother. For the news that we just got, it sounds like winter is coming for the Arsenal defense as well. Piero Hincapié, rise, my brother. You guys have seen me put up that post many, many times of the caption when it said the business was considered done, and it was Andrea Berta who went to the board and said we need Piero Hincapié and we need Eze, even though the club's business was considered done. Now we have Piero. No longer can anyone blame Kivio. We have this guy who's supposed to be good. Rise, my friend. You have a golden opportunity here to deputize our best center back. I need to see this. I need to see who's exchanging shirts at halftime. That's a mad one. Big up to Miss Melina. And again, Miss Melina, thank you so much for that logo. Really loving it. I was used to the blue and the old one so much. Now when I log into my account, I have to pause for a second. Sometimes I don't even realize. But every time I see it now, I think of you. So thank you. Big up to Wahaha. We're going to win the league. Anfield the Red, you be confusing me, my guy. So one day we're losing 5-0 and we're losing this and we're losing that until we're winning. LFC Monster. How you doing, my G? Hope you are blessed. Big up to my brother in arms, man, like Cooper Hope you're good, sir. Yeah, we're gonna get smoked. I'm not right out. But then again, we might pull out a shocking result. I've seen these men do dud after dud after dud every week and then beat the Eagles. So, shock result. Did you see they announced VVD got go confirmed it should have stood? It would have been a confident booster. How much longer are they going to cry about that? Hey, the Liverpool Nation, get over it. The facts of the situation was Andy Robertson was in an offside position and flinched. That's what it was. You can rule the laws of the game and he's not blocking his line of sight, this here and there. No, he was in an offside position and he made a sudden move and flinched while the goalie was diving in that direction. So they chalked off the goal. Without VAR, if the flag goes up, no one would care. But because VAR slows it down and gives everyone a slow motion, frame by frame pick, everyone is making. I was like, wow. I can't believe we're international break and we're still even talking about that. Because Liverpool had plenty of chances throughout that game to do something and didn't. The game is 90 minutes, Part of allowing the football game to be 90 minutes is to make up for the errors in the game. Okay, there was an error made. You still have another 60 minutes to correct it. Miss Mel getting her daps. I agree. If you watch how they play, every time someone gets the ball, they look, especially Bruno. Every time Bruno gets the ball, he has to hoof it to Ronaldo. He has to find him, or if he doesn't, Ronaldo start acting like a child. So if you're a defensive unit and you're playing against Portugal, all you have to do is cover Ronaldo. They have to force the ball to him. England dialing a performance this evening. I think this game is really about big up to Mr. Pads as well. I think this game for Thomas Tuchel is just merely about maintaining his clean sheet record. This game he rotated. Now appreciate him rotating. Bukayo, I see Declan out there running around like a headless chicken. I see Eze off to the left. I'm not really loving, Declan running up heavy minutes, especially now that I've heard the news about Gabriel out 6 to 8 weeks. Concerning, but these guys are going to run, especially Declan. In the middle of the park, it's his playground. That's what he does. This is my domain, operates freely within that space. And he's doing well. I even saw him, I have the highlights in the back here of the first half, if you want to call it that. One good delivery off a set piece. Other than that, I haven't seen much. And you can tell that Jared Bowen is rusty out on that right wing. He hasn't played much. Saka's been getting all those minutes. But we have the best squad in the Prem. Put it to use. Yes, Hendo. We have to put it to use. Now, to be fair to Hincapié, he has been good when I've seen him for country. So, now he has the fixture congestion. Now, I know we had a tough start to the beginning of the season, having to go to Anfield, Old Trafford, and host City at the Emirates. But these next three games, dare I say, maybe even tougher. Because the attack that he's going to see week after against Bayern Munich, But he's played against Bayern Munich before, He's played against Bayern Munich quite a few times in Germany. So now he's in a better team, a better unit. Let's see how he functions. But we got the Burner boys. Hey, listen. Not just in the league, in the world, Craig. In the world. Top flight security. Big up to the legendary Ramba Kanamba. Manners and respect every time. G. Winter is coming. Let's break out the dragon glass. Winter is coming. I might need the dragon stout to deal with these next few games in November, December. It's peak. Yeah, brother. It's peak. You might need the dragon stout. You might need your purple flowers. You might need, you might need a little bit of Kali. You might need something to help you get through.
Finally, the herbs come around. Sama ganja planta, ganja farmer. Excuse me while I light my speed.
Excuse me while I light my spliff. We might need some of that too to get us through the winter. The way we're playing and the way the injuries are piling up, we may need some help. But I have a couple of Dragon Stouts. You know? Yes, sir. Oh, my days. What is Arsenal going to do to us after this international break? The underrated channel should be long at 2K by now, but you built a great community here. Respect. Nah, you all built the community. I just get here and waffle. So again, thank you. None of this mean anything. And this thing is, right, I love getting invited onto panels. And panels, you know, I get a lot of, hey, let me hop on the show and this and that. And it's cool. It's calm. But if you all notice, when I have guests, I hardly ever, it's very difficult to get to the comments. We can't reason with the people, and which is fine, right? Because it's always good to get other people's opinions. And I just don't want to sit here all the time and waffle. But when I really like engaging with the comments. And there will be a time where I'm no longer able to do it as much. But until then, I'm going to cherish this. So big up to Miss Melina every single time. Fabrizio gave an update on Calafiori. He is not injured and returned back to London because the squad overload for Italy. Why was he even there? Him, and I don't know why the hell Odegaard even traveled with Norway. Like, bro, what are you doing? Chill out. And I think I read somewhere that now I think Italy has to beat Norway by like 7 or 8 goals to automatically qualify. So Italy's going in the playoff. So that's more games for Cal whenever the next international break is. But Jesus, I don't know what happened to that Gattuso. I think even if they make it to the World Cup, they might sack him. They might just not want to ruffle the feathers and blow it up right now. But they might have to do something. Because it's not working. It's like the Magic Johnson effect. You know, like great players make shit coaches sometimes. He's not that guy. All the cool kids are here. Big up. OG off for 2 weeks for the Knicks. Man, you see? OG is my guy, you know. And I hope OG is healthy when it comes around to the All-Star break, because the World versus USA tournament is going to be lit. Because I think OG makes the World squad. And if Team USA in the basketball, right? If Team USA, I don't see Team USA winning that basketball game if it's competitive. If the boys decide to play, Team World has a better starting five, right? Because right now the team starting five for Team World in basketball is SGA, it's Luka, it's Wemby, it's Giannis, Jokic. Those are like your previous 5 MVPs, NBA champions, and scoring titles. And you can throw Joel Embiid in there if he's fit, because he's from Cameroon. Fuck it, don't even play him on Team USA. Then OG and Şengün, you know, second unit. Yeah, but hell of a team. The Hungary versus Ireland game was a great Shane and Views watch along. Was hilarious. Yeah, I caught the tail end of that because I had a stream scheduled for 8:30 this morning. For 8 this morning, I couldn't. I got in this morning at like 3 a.m. There is no way I'm waking up on 5 hours of sleep and stream. If it was an Arsenal thing, I would. But you know, international break, I'm like, nah, I couldn't. So I had to push it to the right. Big up to Lynch. Big ups to the Honorable Toronto. 2 gentlemen in class act. Brother, you're far too kind, man. You're way too kind. So big up to you, my friend. Those are some very kind words. And the latest on Gabriel, that he's out 6 to 8 weeks, my friend, with a grade 1 groin strain. And it looked like it. It looked like he was gingerly moving off that pitch. You know, they have all these camera angles now. Everyone who was at the game was posting his videos online of he's walking off. He looked like he was properly hobbled, you know, under his own strength in that, but it looked like he was. I'm buzzing that we came back against Hungary like that. Yeah, it's a good one, man. You know, so now, hopefully, you know, the Irish ride that wave into the World Cup, because I want to see all of you men and women forward over to these United States next year for the World Cup. Let's make it a celebration, because it'll be a long time. 94 to 2026. Long time coming. Yeah, man, legendary watch along. I caught the tail end of it, and it was great. Like you can't fake that type of emotion in it because Shane was just Shane was just loving that. Tuchel needs to rest Eze and Rice in the second half. So what's on the bench? What's on the bench for England for Rice? Yeah, so he could bring on Foden or Morgan Rogers to play, yeah? Or Rashford on the left for Eze, because Eze is lined up to the left. And bring on Jordan Henderson. Fuck it. Yeah, man. I'm with that. Hope Nigeria can win tonight also. I don't even know how that's going with the CAF. Because I heard they won that. They're going to another playoff. They're going to another playoff. Right. Encouraging comments from Konate. He isn't happy. Saying he is happy and don't know where the media got stories from. Agent talking to Liverpool. So you want him to stay, yeah? Because there are a couple of Liverpool fans who I know want to see him go. You know, clumsy Konate. But anyone who's offering him a new contract right now, he better sign that shit quick. You know, because his performances this season, you know, his stock is dropping. Portugal went on a rampage as well. Yeah, that's what happens when you get to play football freely and you don't have to force feed the ball to the selfish prick who thinks he's bigger than the game. Barrett with the hat trick, yeah? Unreal moment at Anfield in '89. I saw some rumors that Real Madrid are interested in Upa Maguire, who's in an expiring contract. Maybe they'll get him instead of Konate. Renews Liverpool, one to watch for sure. So they have that kid that they signed from Bournemouth last year, right? I think Militao still got another year in him. They may be able to squeeze another year out of Rudiger. So they're not dying defensively, you know, or they could still come back in for Saliba and cough up the money. But the way Real Madrid is moving up late, they on some get guys for free shit. So this expiring contract for Upamecano make all the sense in the world for Madrid based on how they've conducted business. Yeah, December is just a historic month in the Prem season. It is, man. And I don't even think there's the Boxing Day game this year because the way Peacock bought the package, they're going to be weekend games and weekday games. So they're not going to be any traditional Boxing Day fixtures in the Premier League, if I'm not mistaken. Could be talking out of term here. But in case I do, I know I'll be corrected. Yep, there's games 3 days before Christmas between December 20th and the 22nd. Yeah, no, Man United actually play on Boxing Day. One game, Newcastle at Old Trafford. Calm. Gunfire, laser beams. Yeah, man. A little bit of music in the morning, you know. It ain't just when E-Ross pops up. Interesting news from Dave, from Davio Cop, saying we have started talks with Palace over Wharton for a summer transfer. Wharton. So a DM. So you have Wharton, Wirtz, Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, McAllister. That's some serious depth. Some serious depth across the midfield. Yeah, he was with the squad. He was with the Norwegian squad. Why? I have no damn clue. Well, he's the captain, I guess. Presence is, you know, make his presence known and seen. They've been linked with Upamecano and Gahey as well in recent past. So it sounds like Konate is off the table for now. Happily, okay. Now I know that. I didn't know where LFC Monster was on the Konate thing because I've heard quite a few Liverpool fans very, very upset at him. Big up to Gianni in the house. Big up to Latvia and Guna. Latvia are up 1-0, yeah? Latvia are up 1-0 on Serbia. But hey, mister, what you telling us, man? Regardless, you need to get him to put pen to paper as soon as possible to avoid a Trent-like situation where he leaves for free and you suddenly have to replace him. I'm going to be honest. I don't know too many. I don't know a whole bunch of Liverpool fans that would be sad to see him go. Either he renews or you sell him in January. Yeah, yes, you do. And that's the same energy I had for Saliba. Either you sign or you get sold, my friend. Of course, so him saying his agents are talking to Liverpool, being happy is encouraging that learning that is leaning to committing to Liverpool now. Fair enough. Because then what? Van Dijk leaves in a year or two. He becomes your most experienced or best center back to speak. The Ronaldo slander is great. It's not slander. He's old. He's old. This is we're not talking. And I'm glad you called him Ronaldo here. You don't call him CR7 is dead. This version of Ronaldo isn't it, bro. Just watch how Portugal play when they have to shoehorn the ball to him. He's very easy to defend against. They know where the damn ball is going. And every time he doesn't get the ball, he throws his hand up like Bruno. You know how you hate Bruno for being a rat-like little bitch? Ronaldo is the king of that in the national team because he is Mr. Portugal. And they have to win through him. I guarantee you he's somewhere pissed off that they scored 9 goals without him today. Mad as hell. The team won. He'd rather win 1-0 than they score. He'd rather win 1-0 or rather lose 2-1 or draw 1-1 and he's cussed on the score sheet than sit in a hotel somewhere and his team win 9-1. You know, motherfucking ego can't fit on the screen. You know. And I'm a Ronaldo guy. I just think he's past it. He's holding the team back. Big up to Gianni. Big up to the Latvian boss is with us. Yep. And this is a good one. Hopefully Newcastle can climb up the table and actually make that a fixture worth something on the line. Oh shit, it's 1-1. Serbia equalized. Shit. I don't have it in the background. I have my ticker on over here. So who scored for Serbia? Katai. I don't even know who the hell that is. Yeah, man. Yep, drank it. Sorry, bro. I think Solbakken said something. Aiken wants the Odegaard to be there so that his entire team is there to support the players. Yeah, hold hands and sing Kumbaya. We're one unit. We're a family. We're a family, guys. We're a family. Big up to Gunnar. What you saying to me, my guy? Can't do with Saliba. The NBA rules, sign and trade. Yeah. Sign, trade. Well, the trade in this case would be 100 million. Big up to Gunnar. Big up to the doc. Ronaldo is spread out. Portugal played, scored 9 goals, and he's not involved? Mad as hell. You mean I'm Mr. Portugal and they won a game without me? I'm not the talk of the town? All the attention isn't focused on me? Of course he's mad. That's what drives him. That's how he ended up at the GOAT table. His discipline and his ego. But that served him good, but it hasn't served Portugal well. Especially in the twilight years. And it's not like they don't have great players in that team. I think he is fantastic to have in the team. But if you're going to start him every game, it's going to cost Portugal. Because he's not outrunning anybody now. CR7 is, slander. Well, I know United fans think CR7 owns football and shit, but, football is bigger than the guy. Big up to man like Godfrey. Speaking of God, if you're good, missed this 500K bonus goal. And man is like a first billionaire athlete, football player, ain't it? Man ain't hurting for funds, but he has to be the guy, the man of the moment. Yeah. Now, I see that England and who's that? Fucking Albania. But I also see, France is playing, right? And I looked at the lineup and I'm like, okay, good. Deschamps, rotation. And that's what you call rotation. Fantastic rotation for I see Saliba on the bench. Yo, listen, this French team, yeah? This French team is different levels of depth, Because Cherki, Olise, Kante, Saliba, Luka Dean, Upamecano, all on the bench today, and they're leading 3-1. Jesus. And this is what? Tchouaméni, Camavinga, and what's his name? Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Ballon d'Or guy, Dembele, and Mbappe all out the squad. It's mad. That's quality depth. So, my 2018 favorites to win, they went on and won it. 2022, they were my favorites to win. They got to the final. I don't think it'll be a huge disappointment if France don't get to the final. Let's fuck the final. They have to win it now with this team. When you have a Ballon d'Or winner who is not even the best player in the squad, that's deep. That is some deep shit. And then you got N'Golo Kante coming back, delivering man of the match performances. Cha-cha. It's mad. It's long. That's why he was vexed about the red card the last game. Yeah. Vexed. You remember, was it the Champions League game? It was a Champions League game. I think he was with Juve, and they had drawn United, and he had gotten a red card in that game. The game prior to him going to United and couldn't play. Ryan. It's not going to be a big story about me at going back to Old Trafford and that. Got himself sent off. How many games is Ronaldo missing at the World Cup now? I think they're still debating that whether or not they're going to ban him or not. But, they get a good group draw. I fancy them to get to the knockout round. So even if they give him a 1 or 2 game ban, he should still, get some World Cup minutes. Because I want to see him there. You want the best players at the World Cup. You want the stars. I just think if you are a Portugal person, a Portugal fan, you know that he is not best suited to start up top for you game in, game out. But his ego won't let him come off the bench. It will not. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, Dembele. You need to update your layout. The badges do not match. The badges don't match PFP. What the hell is PFP? I don't know what PFP is, man. And I don't make my layouts. My son makes them. This is his laptop, So he gets in here and he just finger fucks with my profile pic. The badges do not match the profile pic. I don't know. It's not something I really care about, It's not something I really care about or fancy. I don't. I don't even come here and I click around. Because you've all been around YouTube spaces where you'll see some man with like some badass thumbnails, some badass timer and ticker, but the content is shit. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Maybe I'll reach out to my brother Waffle Don and his people, because the Waffle Don, his thumbnail game out the roof now. I don't know. His thumbnail and his layouts and that. I don't know. Maybe I should get into profile picture. Yeah, man. I'm not. Say that. Say the hell that. Say profile. Don't be abbreviating shit, man. It's like me coming in here hitting you with army acronyms and shit. He's a boomer. Yeah, I'm no spring chicken, man. Yeah, I don't know what he does, Miss Molina. He's doing his homework and then he comes in, fucks with my layouts. Would I be a fraud if I did a NEMS in the NBA? No, you get a pass, man, because it's early. And that's the thing, choosing, Memphis was a risk, high risk in and of itself. Because truth be told, I was about to say, truth be told, they'll probably never win an NBA title, but that's not true. Being a small market team, because we just saw the Oklahoma City, a small market team, win the NBA title. And they're like 12-1, and they're probably going to do it again. And this is not even they could have won another NBA title back in 2012. Because that damn Sam Presti built a hell of an NBA team and blew it up. He had 3 MVPs on that team, James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Russell Westbrook all went on to win MVPs in this league. And he had all 3 of them on one team. Drafted 2 of them, traded for 1. Well, actually, he drafted all 3 of them. Yeah, drafted all 3 of them. So, and then he's done it again with this bunch. And they are heavy favorites to repeat. So, that's one team you might consider. I'll never recommend the Lakers. I hate them. I'll never recommend the Knicks because, it's like supporting another Arsenal. But it's just all the New York teams for me. But yeah, consider I don't even know, man. But the Thunder are a safe bet. They're young and they're going to be around for a while. Yeah, too old for tech. Profile pic. I saw what you did there, man. Some dappins going around. Bro, my profile and thumbnails are basic as fuck. I just wanted to, and that's it, man. Because I'm telling you, I see some man with some fire thumbnails, bro. Some fire thumbnails and graphics. They got shit jumping off the screen. You know, they push a button when a goal is scored and it's goal, and it's but the content is dead because they don't know football. You know, so big up to Darren. Manners and respect. Uncle vibes. Unc. To be fair, my layout images, Latvians thumbnails are badass. Because I remember, I think when you just started streaming, you streamed directly from OBS, yeah? When you were streaming from OBS, because you know StreamYard doesn't give you a whole lot of wiggle room. You know. But OBS, bro, that shit seems way too complex for me. If I don't know what PFP was, and I'm not that savvy, you know damn well I can't do with all those scenes and shit that OBS be doing. Your content is good. We tune in and hear your takes, and you don't sugarcoat things at Latvian Guna. Tell him, Miss Melina, tell him. I despise Doc Rivers. I'm stuck with him. Yeah, I tell you what, you want to lose a 3-point lead in the playoffs? I mean, a 3-1 lead in the series. That's your guy. And Luka had a blazing night last night over there in Milwaukee. Detroit have been crazy good this season, sneakily. So yeah, looking at the Team World versus Team USA, right now it looks like, even though I think Team World would be a much better team, you look at Team USA, Cade Cunningham has to be in there. So it looks like Cade Cunningham, probably Jaylen Brown, Jalen Brunson maybe, Steph, not LeBron. No, but he's probably going to make it because he is LeBron, you know, the CR7 of basketball. Tell him, Miss Melina, we big up. I thought that said the Raptors, you know, before I clicked on it. He's leaving. I think they've made a conscious decision that he doesn't have the mental makeup and the character to be a franchise player. He needs to go somewhere where there's someone else on the team that can check him, right? Because there aren't any more old school coaches who are tough in the NBA like a Greg Popovich type. So, you know, most of the coaches are young and are, you know, that next generation, right? It's boomers and Gen X and whatever the hell. So, Ja needs some guidance, and it ain't gonna happen in Memphis. 2-1. Oh damn, Latvian. Sorry. I mean, were you in contention to qualify? Take a glance at your table. Nah, bro, you're got 5 points out of England's top of the group. Yeah, it looks long, isn't it? You're only ahead of Andorra. 4 out of 5. If Morant leaves, Memphis becomes a 400% more likable team. You know, this is rich from Wahaha, you know, because you have Draymond Green in your squad, you know. The thing with Draymond Green is because people love Steph so much, Draymond Green gets to get away with being the most unlikable player in the league. And I know you went back and probably saw that clip of Wemby dunking on him. You know, but Steph Curry, if Draymond Green leaves the Warriors, they become a 400% more likable team. That Draymond Green, man, that fucking guy, complete dick. Speaking of football, the Miami Dolphins took a page out of Arsenal books and got the W at the Bernabeu. Oh, did they? Who that? It was in a division game. Let me open up my NFL score. So the NFL is trying this. They used to come to Munich and try to play NFL games, and it don't work, bro. The Europe is not fucking with this. You know, soccer will grow more in these United States before NFL grows in Europe. It's just not. Because you would go to Munich Airport or Frankfurt Airport whenever an NFL team was playing, and it'd be all of the United States. No local, they couldn't give those tickets away. You know, I don't know the London games that they play at the toilet bowl at the Hotspur Stadium, but they play the Commanders 13-16. They're trying, bro, but it ain't working. It's calm and chill. What do you mean, right? That shit looks way too complicated. It looks like a cockpit. You know, there's just too much shit. You know, I like keep it simple for me. Have you listened to Cameron and Macy's show? I like when they talk sports on there sometimes. Yeah, Mr. President, I really don't fuck with Harlem cats. You know, as a Brooklyn boy, them Harlem dudes be weird. I did used to listen to their music, you know, but just to sit down and shoot the shit with them Harlem boys, they're just like different. And I don't know. Trying to liken it to some kind of, I don't know how the UK boys, you know, divvy up, you know, their territories and that. But yeah, Cam is cool and shit. But yeah, I don't really listen to him much on a podcast. Not when it comes to sports. Music, yeah. But sports, nah. My thumbnails in it want to upgrade, but too poor for Adobe. So that's is that what they use? It's not Canva. Or is it a paid version of Canva? Because I just use Canva. So if you upgrade to Adobe, you can make better thumbnails? I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. I have no idea. Fraud Rivers. Yeah, he is fraud. You know, hey, you know, the Philadelphia 76ers, you know, they got rid of a doctor and got a nurse. Got Nick Nurse. And that hasn't worked out well, even though the Sixers are doing good this year with the minutes restriction on Joel Embiid. Yep, Steph Curry, man. Them now. Steph is 37 years old, Godfrey. So if you make a conscious decision to support the Warriors now when Steph is at the tail end of his career, you know, they could go in the rut because there is that guy. The league is gonna shed tears when he leaves, man. That guy, the most likable superstar this league has ever seen since Mike. Underappreciated as well. You know, for the longest, LeBron was the face of the league and was doing all that. But what Steph has done for this league and basketball in general, you know, he has changed the game. Remember that clip of Austin Rivers saying "going like growing." I do remember that. The Raptors 7-1 right now, not bad. And yeah, the Raptors are doing well. Surprisingly, rather have Mike D'Antoni as a coach. Having D'Antoni as a coach is like having Ange Postecoglou. It's all out attack. No, you're gonna score 150 points a game, but you're gonna give up 160 on any given night. It's Ange ball. We are not gonna defend. We're just gonna try to score. John needs that heat culture. You know, I'm not about nothing with the heat. You know, I'm Knicks, you know, so I can't stand the heat. I think Pat Riley needs to go. I think his, you know, iron fist to think he is still the guy. And the NBA is a player league. And I don't think the Heat will get to any levels of getting star players to go be there as long as Pat Riley is still there. I know what you meant. I know exactly what you meant. In contention, bro. You know I'm from Latvia, not England. Yeah. Joke of the day. Mr. Pads said New York City is popping right now since Max B got home a week ago. Yeah, man. You know, I need to make a trip back home. I usually go home every May. Memorial Day weekend around that time. I usually, wherever I'm at in the world, whether I'm in Germany, whether I'm on the West Coast, whether I'm in Oklahoma City, wherever I live, I usually make the trip to New York every May. There are dudes out there that do thumbnails at a cost. Brother, them can't fuck off. I don't buy apps. I ain't gonna buy no thumbnails. I do just the basic shit. And just slap a picture in Canva. You know. But if I was really into it, I could probably, you know, do better thumbnails. But, you know, it's one of them ones. Big up to Coach. John needs to get some elbows for that flopping. He learned from LeBron. He learned how to flop from LeBron, my bro. Big up, Coach. Hope you're good, my G. £35 for thumbnail. I am made of money. Who's charging for thumbnails, bro? Yeah, there are do. There, I think it was TK. I was in TK's chat. He was doing a watch along, and someone actually pitched their business in there. Say, I do thumbnails, blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh. But England is about this clean sheet, isn't it? That's what they want. They just want that clean sheet. They're not fussed. John needs that Jordan Poole treatment. Yeah, but no one in that Memphis team, I don't think, is brave enough to risk that, because they know that the city loves him, because Ja right now is the reason why Memphis get on nationally televised games. If he wasn't there, they're a straight league pass. Yeah, I saw that score. You'd be surprised, bro. The UK loves the NFL. I met many Finns fans in the UK than I have outside the US in Miami. Yeah, maybe so, but when I was in Germany, they wasn't fucking with it. They wasn't fucking with it. At the Allianz Arena, it had 60,000 people in there. 10 of them were German. All of them actually literally flew from the home state to watch. But you need a massive conversion. Massive conversion of people to actually commit to it, and they're trying. I think even the NBA is starting to try the basketball without borders thing. I think the basketball has a better chance of growing quicker than the NFL, to be honest. Big up to Static. Hope you're good. Rice is off. Osaka is now on. Starboy, go out there, bro. Make sure your hamstrings stay on the bone. Was he and Eze hooked for tactical substitution? I don't even think Tuku care at this point. I think he's just about getting minutes out the legs. Disaster class finish from Bukayo Saka. Was it? Did he miss one? I think let me see what the France game's saying. Actually, I'll leave it at that one. You make no secret of how you feel about that guy and that franchise. Big up to Mateo. Did I miss a comment from Mateo? See someone at Mateo. There he is. I see Mateo. I have no internet for 2 weeks. Well, are you in Jamaica, blood? Did you really go home for the big batty Jamaican girl and Melissa caught you down there? That the timeline ain't nothing. 2 weeks, all of a sudden you pop up in here and talk about you want the big batty Jamaican girl, and you all of a sudden you ain't had no internet for 2 weeks. Mateo, are you in Westmoreland? Are you in Montego Bay, Jamaica, with a big batty Jamaican girl? Or you just getting minutes, bro? Just getting internet. You can tell us. Her fam. Harry Kane. 1-0 to the Three Lions. Mateo said tomorrow should be good. Okay, we appreciate you. Yeah, man. Big up the Static checking in. Thumbnails are easy to make, just have to be motivated enough to make it. Yeah, one day. So when I'm off from the screen, I try to maximize the time, because the streaming does take up a lot of time. Right? I do a 2-hour stream, and then stuff around the house needs to be done, stuff at work needs to be done. It takes a lot of time. So when I get off the stream, I try to detach for a little bit. Maybe when I'm watching one of these games, I'll sit down and actually put some energy into the thumbnails. Just asking if Latvia is in contention for but I did not know what the table was looking like. So I had to go look at the table. England, Albania, looked like it's and then there's Serbia, and then there's you lot. I mean, do we really pay attention to the World Cup qualifiers still? Like, we look around and be like, who's qualified? Is your team qualified? And then we look forward to the World Cup draw. Job bouncing to the Warriors once Steph retires. I think he could. I think there's a bunch of teams that's looking at the situation in Memphis. That's when I see it. Say, this team is monitoring Ja situation in Memphis. But the fact that they traded away Desmond Bain tells me that he might stay for another year or two. Do you remember the Knicks legend, brother Bernard King? Yeah, man. Bernard King, Walt Clyde Frazier. You know, those are the 70s and 1973 Knicks NBA champions. It's been a long time coming. Now this year, hopefully, we can make it to the final and let the chips fall where they may. I don't see any scenario where the New York Knicks can beat the Oklahoma City Thunder in a 7-game series, but we can get to that final. Stranger things have happened. Man can pull hamstrings and Achilles and can tear. Stuff happens. Saka should be on 2 goals, but the hamstring is stiff. There are American football leagues in Europe, and they get some support. I used to coach D-line here in England. Rah. Look at Gunnar Rican out here. That's what's up, bro. That's what's up, man. I run a pretty mean route myself, I got good hands, no gloves. Do my out routes. Man. But it's a long journey. Grassroots. The reason why the NFL is so popular here in the United States is because of Pop Warner grassroots football or grassroots NFL. So until they do that in the UK and throughout Europe, it won't stick. Just bringing the stars there for a random NFL game every now and then, I just don't think it's enough. Big up to Gary. Hope you are good. Wahaha, I'm gonna need you to leave Saka alone, man. Sometimes watching England feels like I'm watching 3 capybaras, not the 3 lions. I'm in Jamaica for the big battle. Yeah, man, we know what you're on, bro. Let's stick around, man. Help is on the way. Here we go. 2-2. TV United be. You just getting caught up? You can beat Andorra, man. Is that your next game or your last one? BBK, me being from Brooklyn, you must love Spike Lee's Crooklyn and Clockers, the music. I don't even fuck with Spike like that, man. Spike is alright, but Spike Lee is like too extra. Just like most New Yorkers still. Being in New York, if you're a reserved person, New York City can be it's just walking entertainment. Just a day in the subway. It's just crazy entertainment. Do the Right Thing, Malcolm X, Spike Lee's classic films. But, Spike is just, big him up as a Knicks fan, but just leave it there. The Desmond Bain trade was one of the worst trades I've seen in a long time. They traded their future for him. I don't think he was as bad as the Knicks trading for Carmelo, knowing damn well if we waited till the summer, we would have got him for free. But they traded all the supporting pieces that Melo would have needed when they traded him to Denver. Traded Gallinari, and it was a whole bunch of other pieces that we traded. But that damn Mike Nolan couldn't wait. He needed a star and could not wait. And it's not like we were going to win shit with Melo anyway. But it's mad. Felicia still the GOAT. Oklahoma City win record is crazy, and I think they've only lost 1 game the last time I checked. Yeah, they're like 12-1 or something. They're cooking. And they're doing this without Jalen, and they're doing it without Lou Dort. Those guys come back, it could be long. Does England even know what it's like to draw in a tournament qualifier? Another clean sheet. This would be like 22 goals scored. I don't think any of these defenders on the pitch want to be the guy that cost England the clean sheet, right? Hey, bro, who's winning the Army-Navy game this year? The Army. Those Army unis are cold. I always root for the Army, but, obviously, but the Navy, man. So the thing is, right, in the Army, we have different body fat and weight restrictions than the other services do, right? So you can only be so big. So there's no way you can make the cut and still play the offensive line well. So the guys on the Army side on the offensive, on the O-line, be more athletic, but the guys in the Navy, them guys can be a little bit bigger, a little heavier. So they usually have a better O and D line than the Army does. But it's always go Army, beat Navy. Yeah, man, big up to Gary doing the mod promo. Since when does Wan-Bissaka play for Congo? Did he recommit? I didn't even know he was getting an international call up from nowhere. Melo stopped LeBron going unanimous. What was that? Right? Rookie of the year? Um, maybe I should be a glory hunter. I mean, the glory hunter is the modern day term, but most Man United fans and most Chelsea fans are glory hunters. Most Arsenal fans outside of London are glory hunters. If you really deep it, because you don't want to support a shit team unless you're from the local area. Like, I couldn't glory hunt because the New York Knicks is my team because it's a New York thing, right? And I became an Arsenal fan because I met Ian Wright and I met him, and then he signed for Arsenal. And I was just like, this is my team. This is what I'm going to fuck with. But you don't want to, you pick a team that's doing well. You want to attach yourself to success, You should have heard the way my neighbors went mental when we scored the winning goal. Even their dogs was barking away from probably. I can't imagine. So this is when Jamaica won their first World Cup game versus Japan in 1998. I can imagine this is how it went, bro. Every household, every bar went mental when Topper Whitmore scored those 2 goals, bro. BBK, who's the best player you've ever seen at Rucker Park? Dr. J was the best I've ever seen there, but I remember Durant's game there too. See those N1 ballers, man. Those N1 and those damn Harlem Globetrotters ballers. When they're not doing the Harlem Globetrotter shit, them man there, some serious handles, bro. But the best player I've ever seen play at Rucker Park was, this is going to sound crazy, but he's from out here in Seattle. He's doing commentary for ESPN right now. And they call him Jay Crossover, Jamal Crawford. When that boy pulled up the Rucker Park, man, I like see his handles. Brother, that boy handles is just ridiculous, man. And I don't think he gets enough praise for how good his handle is. BBK, it's true. The Navy is insane. I mean, it's 2025 in it. Live and let live. They can do whatever they want. But now it's just a running joke because you got a bunch of guys locked away on a ship for extended period of time when they're doing submarine duties and all that stuff. One of the reasons why I couldn't fuck with the Navy is like ship duty 6, 7. No, I need to be on land, bro. The Navy allows you to get out of shape, but get back in shape before you hit the fleet. It's a problem for the Marines. Massive. Now, those restrictions are being looked at. Different administration take over, and they get adjusted and all that stuff. But yeah, that the trenches, the Navy's line is typically usually better than ours because they're bigger. It's just how it works. Harry Kane makes it. Who made it to? Kane again. Oh, the MVP vote. And that's probably another reason why LeBron hates Steph. Because Steph became the first unanimous MVP? Something that LeBron never did. Never. No Nets, no Mets, no Jets. There's a reason why they all rhyme. And I have never been a Nets fan in New York, ever. I don't know where I don't know who these people are turning up at the Barclays Center. These tickets must be gifted to them. Even when they were in Jersey, everyone from Jersey was a Knicks fan, bro. It's Knicks, it's Yankees, it's Giants. Them damn knockoff teams, they could fold those franchises and no one will give a damn. When are the Supersonics coming back? I'm actually hearing rumors that the Oklahoma City, not the Oklahoma City, the reference, the ties. But the New Orleans Pelicans, their attendance is so poor that Adam Silver is actually looking into relocation. And if anyone deserve a team, they will be right out. They come back to Seattle. The amount of love they will get. Crawford has some of the best handles of all time, but Kyrie takes the cake when it comes to handles. That damn Kyrie, I see that boy dribble the basketball with him. He has 2 basketballs and he puts them in trash bags. And you could still get the ball off him. Yeah, Kyrie universally universally has the best handles. But the thing is, but Jay Cross, because Kyrie's like 6'1", Jay Crawford is much taller. He's like 6'6". So he hits you with the handles and then dunk on a 7-footer. Kyrie will go to the lane and give you a nice, clean, pretty layup. Jay Crossover will break the rim. I was thinking, I'm sure there are some, Mateo. There's some in the army too. I can't even lie. There's, man like Jamal, he was nasty. Jay Crossover, man. So they are not going to bring on Elise at all. He's resting him, Claire. He has to rest your boyfriend. Can't play him all the time. That's your job. It's Sasha the Machine Vujacic, still the only Nick to make 2 4-point plays in the same game. Yeah, that's cool. But LJ, Larry Johnson, made the biggest 4-point play that counted, that took us to the NBA Finals in 1999. Do you rate? Yeah, I do. I said on yesterday's stream, a little basketball take. Right let me say, in 2 years, scary times for the league. Once he puts on a little more muscle and fully goes into his body, because he's unplayable on both ends. He's completely unplayable. And there's one stat that will never show up on the stat sheet, even though the Warriors won the game. There were so many times that Steph would get by his man, Jimmy Buckets would get by his man, and then he would go to the basket and have to turn around because Wemby was just sitting there with his 8-foot wingspan just to swat it away. Big up to our beloved Claire, always doing her due diligence, always supporting the channel. We love you, Claire. Thank you for the Tupa sticker. Far too kind. But yeah, I do rate Wemby, man. Wemby, he has good fundamentals for a big man. He is not just big, because you have big guys who are clumsy and are just, useless. But he can shoot the three. He can run his 7'4" and is able to do dribble behind the back, through the legs and all that. It's going to the days where you just make it to the NBA because you are big. Like, remember Dwight Howard? Dwight Howard couldn't do any of the stuff that Wemby is doing right now as a big man. But Wemby is the modern day big man. He's got guard skills, but he's 7 feet tall. But yeah, I do rate him. I know people who did the whole enlistments never were on a ship, but yeah, it was always go Navy in my house. Fair. I couldn't do this shit, man. I have to be on land, my G. There's stragglers from New Jersey during the days of Jason Kidd and Kenyon Martin. Jason Kidd, Kenyon Martin, Keith Van Horn, Kerry Kittles, Aaron Williams. They made it to a final. What was that? 2002? Was that 2002 final? And got swept or won a game versus the Lakers, Shaq and Kobe. They had a good team, but it's just like Tottenham. They're just there, They just hang out there. Their attendance is poor, very poor, and to be fair, the attendance of the Miami Heat is poor. Yeah, you ever watch a Miami Heat game, bro? There's so much to do outside. Them damn seats be empty in the regular season. Now the playoffs, of course, it's the playoffs. NBA scheduling, gives them good times to show their games. But during a regular, my brother lives in Miami, bro. I used to go to the American Airlines Arena with him. We'd be fucking 20 people in that motherfucker. Whenever the Knicks played the Heat, and I was in Miami, we'd go. But come playoff time, but yeah, the Pelicans, they just fired their coach. The team is dead, and their attendance is poor. Seattle would love to have him. Zion being such a letdown, BBK. Dude was unbelievable for the NBA and became lazy and unmotivated. Got the wrong people around him. Massive disappointment. Yeah. I predicted him to be a bust. He's too big. And if you're that big when you're 20-something, because at 22, your metabolism is a hell of a lot higher than it's going to be when you're 32. You know? And he was big as hell. And I'm like, imagine if he was in shape. He would be able to explode. Pause. Fuck. Yeah, I think he needs to get out of that city. Eating too much of that damn gumbo. And if you ever get to New Orleans, I don't know if New Orleans has hosted any of the World Cup games, but you get to New Orleans next year, if any of you that are coming over, they have some bomb ass food. Hey, New Orleans is a jazzy town, you know. And the term jazz, like the Utah Jazz, they're called the Jazz because Utah bought them from New Orleans. But yeah, it's a very nice town, you know. Bourbon Street and all that. Make some great drinks. But yeah. I disagree. So yeah. Just a Porzingis wannabe. Kristaps, you know. Same skills, same skill sets. But I think we've seen the best of Kristaps. Like he has peaked. NBA champion. Top player. But Wemby's ceiling is higher. When Wemby is Kristaps' age, it will be Wemby's league. Shit, it might be Wembley's league in 2 years, bro. It could be Wembley and Luka going at it. And under no circumstances should Adam Silver allow Wemby and Luka Doncic to be on the same fucking team. The same way he blocked that Chris Paul trade. When Chris Paul was supposed to go to the Lakers, he needs to make sure that them guys play against each other, not do a LeBron and form some super team down in Miami. Nope. Not doing that. Everyone knows Wemby. Wemby's footwork is bad. BBK, I might enlist in the army to get in some encounters with local barracks bunnies, you know. Brother, nah, man. That's not what you want. You want to stay away from the barracks bunnies. You want to put on your dress uniform or you want to go on the town and get local bunnies. The barracks bunnies are not good for you. They're not. Broha down with the looks serious injury. Damn. Is he still on Chelsea's books? Harry Kane in the box, putting a couple men on their ass and puts it wide. Oh, man. Could be an ACL. Sorry. Lay off the heat. But yeah, Miami fans are, facts. Yeah, I love the city, man. And the thing is, people, you know this, you know, the population of Miami doubles at night. You know, you walk down on the strip, it's 1 million people during the day, it's 2 million people at night, hanging out down by the Clevelander and that. But yeah, the regular season games, the attendance is not great. I remember they came after Charles Barkley when he said that. They said the same thing. Big up to Dana. Hope you are well, my friend. Glad to have you. Zion got ruined by Moriah. Zion got ruined. That damn gumbo, man. Fatten him up. I heard the po' boy sandwiches in New Orleans, they're insanely good. Yeah, they're, man. New Orleans food is good as hell. You know, the sweet tea is like too damn sweet. It's like you can taste the damn sugar. And it's like you drinking diabetes. In New Orleans, the food is good. It's a great place to visit. The French Quarter, you know, great town. I need to do this. I need to put this on my assignment docket where I'm going to look at where all the games are going to be, who's going to get what games, because I'm going to pick a couple of cities that I need to be in for some of these World Cup games. But I need Jamaica to unfuck themselves, make it to the tournament so I can make sure that those are my priority. The group games for Jamaica, first 3, and then I can prioritize what other game I'm going to see. That's the wannabe Beijings. New York, if I can visit the first time. Where are you, Dana? What part of the world are you flying in from? But I would say if you're on the Asian side, go to LA first. If you're on the European side, you can go to New York first. Yeah. But yeah, New York, a great place to visit. City never sleeps. So much to do, so much to see. But yeah, make sure you hit us up when you do. We can be your free tour guide. You don't have to, how men are trying to be out here charging for thumbnails. You don't have to pay for a tour guide. We got you. CP3 is still one of my all-time favorite players that hasn't gotten a ring. Such a pain. Yeah, I don't think he gets one either. I'm sorry, because I don't think the Clippers do it. Like the inevitable Kawhi Leonard injury is coming. Dubious injury. Yeah. Physical discomfort, and you don't see him for 3 months. BBK, when Wemby get that quadruple double within the next 2 years, he reminds me of my favorite player, Hakeem the Dream. And I think he worked out with Hakeem the Dream over the summer, or was it the summer before that? He's worked out with Hakeem. And Hakeem actually came under criticism because he was charging players like a consultant fee, or he was charging them to work out with him. And the OGs was criticizing him, saying you're supposed to give them the game and all that. But yeah, man, his footwork he can shoot. Fundamentals are there. The only thing is that if Popovich was still coaching the Spurs and was able to develop him, sure shot NBA champion. Yeah, man, I'm rolling with the chat, Darren. The wise man has spoken. Local bunny, yeah, man, go get them. Go get them, man. Blame Godfrey. Yeah. Now, to be fair, now it is BBK Sports. I do, talk all sports. I'm a sports junkie, just like most of you, man. A Jamaica game in Miami would be madness. There would be pack out hardware. Yeah. Miami, Atlanta, anywhere in the tri-state area, it would be long. I don't want Jamaica to go to the World Cup. It'll be embarrassing. Now we can get a good group draw, my brother. We can draw like Ireland and shit, right? Or one of the, Oceanic, whatever. We're gonna win one game. It can't be so 98, 3-1 Croatia. Then what? 5-0 to Argentina. Embarrassing. Yeah. But then we beat Japan. And it was kind of so we lose 2, win 1. It's not a good look, but after watching Ireland do the madness today, I'm thinking we might be able to pull something up. If there was a strip club called the Hospital, Kawhi would be there. He would be there. He'd be a VIP. Anthony Davis would be the doorman. They'll have like an honorary seat section named after Derrick Rose. Who else is made of glass in the league? Anthony Davis, Derrick Rose, Kawhi. I'm missing one. That's someone else. Wemby worked. Yeah, man. He is going to be scary, man. I don't know how these players can end up in the Knicks, but Wemby can score on. What do you think of the Giants? Shit. Absolute ass and cheeks. That was diabolical. But he's made more money sitting down. Street clothes. Yeah. Yeah, brother. After the ACL, you touched him and he just fell apart. But 2011 Derrick Rose was unplayable. MVP. People said he stole that from LeBron. But that's what it was. But we've all heard the news, people. Offered a little tangent to talk basketball, and everything other than yesterday's rant was validated now that we have the news that Gabriel is out for 6 to 8 weeks. Do we trust that Embiid, yep, Embiid is on there. Embiid is on there. That motherfucker. Mr. Load Management 2.0. Yeah, so, yeah. They have the John Wall. In Washington, he was kind of fit in Washington. It's when he went to he did spend some time on the bench in Washington for real. Yeah, that's a good shout. The Packers, Jaden Love, they have a good quarterback. I think they'll make a wild card, but just I don't think they have enough. Big up to my brother Waffle Don. Stranger things have been happening before. New series. I said, fuck Arsenal. I'm canceling the Zone and Fubu subscriptions. Yeah, so do we trust that Nketiah can come in and do a job for 6 to 8 weeks? And the thing is, the 6 to 8 week, Mikhail, medical staff, let him rest. Don't rush him back. because 6 to 8 weeks is going to turn into the whole season if you try to turn that 6 to 8 weeks into 4 to 5. And if we start leaking goals, that's what he's going to try to do, rushing back, because you know my man loves his best defense talk. Best defense, best defense. BBK, one thing for certain is that the threat from set pieces will take a big hit without Gabriel. Now, yep. So translation. Now we're forced to play football. Yes, Mikael. Now you're gonna have to cut teams open, or you're gonna have to aim for Mikael Merino on every set piece or every corner. Because other than Gabriel, I think he is the next best one in the air. Until Havertz comes back. Havertz is good in the air, reasonably. Would we say better than Gyökeres in the air? He is 6 foot what? 6'4", German donkey. So I mean, that could be a good segue into a conversation to where we'll say, now that Havertz is close to being back, and Gabriel is injured, and we set pieces our thing. We can't hide from it. Mikael does the set piece thing. So do we expect to see more of Kai Havertz so he can do the set piece thing? And it's not like Gyökeres has locked down the spot. Fuck Arsenal for hiring Arteta and not sacking him when he bought U22. That was the 2021-2022 season was the prime opportunity window to sack him when we bought top 4 that season, because this is the season where everyone got sucked in. Pause. On the Arsenal, nobody questions why all our players keep getting hamstring injuries. Speak on it. It's luck. It's bad luck. Unfortunate. That's what they say, bro. It's unfortunate. It's bad luck. It's not muscular injuries. Guys are being overplayed. He's not going to hold any horn for this. No, they're going to defend him and just say it's unfortunate. Part of it's unfortunate, but you have to make your own luck. You can mitigate. Godfrey says, I trust in Hincapié. Gunarican TV say, Mikael Bundy. Arsenal got 7 injuries and Spurs have 11, according to PL website. So yeah, the Waffle Down did a wicked show this morning on injuries in general, where he highlighted all the injuries throughout the league. Because I've said before the Gabriel thing, was there really an injury crisis at Arsenal? Because November, most of the guys on our roster were projected to come back this month. Odegaard, Havertz, Madueke. The only long-term injury at the time was Jesus, who's projected to be back next month, probably January. So now Gabriel is out for 2 months. We'll see him January. So now we got 2 main guys. Gabriel, I said 2 main guys, but our 2 Gabriels. 2 of our 3 Gabriels are out until January, but we're getting back captain, who Sheldon loves so much. We're getting back Havertz and Madueke. But Hincapié, the 40 is yours, my friend. Now, if we think that he's a better player than Kivior, yeah? If we think that he's a better player than Kivior, and Kivior actually came in last year when Gabriel was injured, and deputized well both legs against Real Madrid. And I'm going to be honest, none of the goals that we conceded versus PSG in the Champions League I put down to any kind of mistakes from Kivior. So, there's the drop-off between Gabriel and Hincapié, attack and defending. But we just have to adjust our game a little bit. Most injuries in the Prem are knee injuries, not the knees. Fuck Arsenal for buying him as a replacement. The Cesc shit runs deep. Every time I think about that, it reminds me of the A2. Hincapié will be okay. What we will miss, however, is Gabriel is one of our top goal scorers. Imagine that. Man had to keep the clean sheets and go score the goals. I wonder he breaks down. Carlo, you pussy olio. And the thing is, Carlo is going to benefit from this because he's going to get back around January, February. And then, probably be fit for the running unless we rush him back. And he'll be fit for Brazil to go to the World Cup. If we lose the next 3, Arteta Sexual will have another excuse. I'm very curious to hear what that excuse will be, though. I will be definitely fine defensively. We'll be fine defensively. The problem is players come back and immediately others are injured. It's so frustrating. It's like a knock-on effect, isn't it? Yeah. Uh, Hear what Egal and them cult men want to do. They're the Excuse Express, bro. They're in a group chat right now coming up with something. No one will replace Gabriel on set pieces, but watch out for Timber. He's decent. Yeah, I think Mikael Marino will be the target man on set pieces. He's actually good in the air. The Mutant Channel. They're all on bending knees. Pause. Big pause. Make sure that you're subscribing to the Waffle Don, people. Now, admin note, in about an hour, we'll be on the Waffle Don's channel. I don't think KP will be on Gunner Street and them, man. In Gunner Street and KP, you already know them. They lean a little more to the Top Guna side. We'll be having a discussion on there. So, what else we got? Are there any other games on? France did the business. So the games are done, people. The games are done. It's 11 a.m. my time. I'll pause there. I'll go take a break. I'll go kiss the wife and see what she got for me. And I'll be back in an hour with the Waffle Don, KP, and Gunner Street. That's what we'll do. That's what we're rolling with. Want to big up to the Waffle Don, big up to the Red Darren. Manners and respect, Regina. Hope the recovery from the gung is going well. Big up to Mateo, Gunarican, Mr. Pads, Godfrey, Latvian, Wahaha, the legend. Big up to every single one of you who, and listen, our legendary Claire and Dana, the ladies of BBK Sports Community. Miss Melina was here earlier. Big her up as well. Love for the love, like Turkish always says. I'm taking a break from Arsenal for the break. Back home in the States next week. Hey, big up to you, bro. Welcome back. And make sure you, I know you're going to make some of that coquito. Because Christmas is coming. It's that season, isn't it? But big up, man. Love, people. Like I always say, take care of yourselves and each other. Rasclad. RIP Wi-Fi. Until next time, we are